Welcome to Wedded to Wisdom, the social hub for lifelong learning. In our day-to-day lives, the decisions we make, the actions we take, and the judgments we form are influenced by a complex web of conscious and unconscious processes. While we like to believe that we are fully aware of our motivations and reasoning, the truth is that much of our behavior is guided by implicit biases and unconscious prejudices. These hidden influences can shape our interactions with others in ways we might not even realize. Today, we'll explore what implicit bias and unconscious prejudice are, how they manifest, and what we can do to mitigate their impact. What is implicit bias? Implicit bias refers to the attitudes or stereotypes that affect our understanding, actions, and decisions in an unconscious manner. Unlike explicit biases, which are deliberate and conscious, implicit biases are not accessible through introspection. These biases are ingrained through socialization and can influence our behavior without us even knowing it. Implicit biases are often automatic and arise from the brain's tendency to categorize and make quick judgments. They are not necessarily aligned with our declared beliefs and values, making them particularly insidious. For example, someone who consciously believes in gender equality may still harbor unconscious biases that affect their perceptions and actions toward men and women differently. How does implicit bias manifest? Implicit biases can manifest in various aspects of our lives, including hiring practices. Unconscious biases can affect how we evaluate resumes, often leading to favoritism based on gender, race, or other factors unrelated to job performance. Law enforcement. Implicit biases can influence police officers' decisions, potentially leading to racial profiling and disparities in the treatment of individuals from different racial or ethnic backgrounds. Healthcare. Medical professionals may, unconsciously, provide different levels of care based on patients' race, gender, or socioeconomic status, affecting diagnosis and treatment outcomes. Education. Teachers' expectations and interactions with students can be influenced by implicit biases, impacting students' academic performance and self-esteem. What is unconscious prejudice? Unconscious prejudice is similar to implicit bias, but often carries a stronger negative connotation. It refers to the prejudiced attitudes and beliefs that we hold unconsciously about certain groups of people. These prejudices can result from societal stereotypes and cultural conditioning, and they often operate below the level of conscious awareness. Unconscious prejudice can lead to discriminatory behavior and social inequality, even among individuals who genuinely believe in and support equality. Recognizing and addressing these unconscious attitudes is crucial for fostering a more inclusive and fair society. Identifying and mitigating implicit bias. Self-awareness. The first step in addressing implicit bias is acknowledging that it exists. Taking implicit bias tests, such as the Implicit Association Test, IAT, can help individuals become aware of their unconscious biases. Education and training. Engaging in regular training sessions and educational programs on diversity, equity, and inclusion can help individuals understand the impact of implicit bias and learn strategies to mitigate it. Mindfulness and reflection. Practicing mindfulness and reflective thinking can help individuals slow down their decision-making processes and consider whether their judgments are influenced by unconscious biases. Diverse interactions. Building meaningful relationships with people from diverse backgrounds can reduce the influence of implicit biases by challenging stereotypes and broadening perspectives. Policy and structural changes. Organizations can implement policies and practices designed to minimize the impact of implicit bias, such as blind recruitment processes and standardized evaluation criteria. Moving towards a more inclusive future. Understanding and addressing implicit bias and unconscious prejudice is an ongoing process that requires commitment and effort. By becoming aware of our own biases and taking proactive steps to counteract them, we can create a more equitable and inclusive society. It is important to remember that while we all have biases, we also have the capacity to change and grow. Through education, self-reflection, and meaningful action, we can reduce the influence of implicit biases and work towards a fair world for everyone. Final thoughts. Implicit bias and unconscious prejudice are powerful forces that shape our interactions and decisions in subtle yet significant ways. By shining a light on these hidden influences, we can begin to dismantle the barriers they create and foster a more inclusive and equitable society. It starts with each of us taking responsibility for our own biases and committing to continuous learning and improvement. Let's embark on this journey together, striving to make our world a better place for all. If you like this presentation, please like and subscribe. See you later.